It's all about speed for us. The three sections of our camp are very heavy, and then the middle section, heavy to start, we push hard here, and then the middle section is about getting our systems down, getting the new guys integrated, and then the last 3 days are all based on speed.
I didn't see Cousins or Maher out there. Any update on?
Yeah, I don't even know that I'm listing them day to day. They're very probably practicing tomorrow. They would be both game players for sure. So it's just they haven't. We thought we needed one more day.
I want to ask you about Anton Lundell. Just in your 2 years, year plus, whatever. What kind of growth have you seen out of him just from the start till now?
Just huge growth in all parts of the game. I mean, it's a big thing to come in and play as young as he did at center ice. There's a lot of moving parts. So I thought from the start of the season last year, the playoffs, he just made huge improvements of his intensity in the game, his reads, his physicality, just becoming a pro. I think he made a huge step toward becoming a reliable pro, where you would have an expectation that his game is going to look a certain way every night. First-year players, you get excited probably once every 4 games because they show you if they get in at a very young age, there's usually a talent base to that, and you get to see a glimpse of it. And then each year you add a game, so you get to be a real good pro. And 8 or 9 out of the 10 games they play, you know exactly what they're going to look like. So he's moving toward that consistency. Although we saw it in camp, he's a more consistent player now and stronger and drives a little harder and more confident. I mean, there's not a new coaching staff. You know, he went from a brand new team to a brand new coaching staff. He played center and wing last year, so he's just a little more comfort in his game.
I think you bulked up a bit in the offseason too.
Yeah, I think it's more natural. I don't think that he tried to put on mass. I think he just, as these guys get older, they carry more weight. What we're really looking for him is for him to develop an ability to separate from people. So he's a good skater, but the burst to create 2 or 3 feet of ice for himself when he changes gears, his hands and his vision will allow him to do a lot with that room he creates.
With the defense group, a lot of new faces, a lot of moving parts
Yeah.
over camp. Just how do you see that group sort of come together over the 3 weeks?
Yeah, it developed. So we had all of the kind of veteran players, Mikkola and Kulikov, along with Ekman Larson. They got, I thought, in a 10-day block, got very comfortable with what they were doing. They picked it up. Then the new guys were processing a lot and playing at the same time. So the handful of players that are left here have earned the right to be here to start here.
With Uvis, when he came over, was kind of headlined as an offensive guy, led the Czech league in scoring for defense.
Yeah.
Defensively, what have you seen from him in these preseason games?
Yeah, I think an intensity. And so so the guys that are really, really comfortable with the puck sometimes play that game without it too. They're just kind of waiting for places to attack, waiting to get involved defensively till the puck is almost available. But he looks like he's got a real good pursuit of that puck and a good defensive. I would say that in this last 2 exhibition games, we saw a quickness that we hadn't seen early on. In part, I understood that because the first 5 days, everybody was slow when they were done with that. And then he looks like he's gotten stronger. That's the advantage that older players have. They can survive a training camp. And in the last week, you see a different-looking player, and he looks like he's gotten faster.
How much did it help for him to play in a ton of preseason games? I think he played more than a lot of these guys.
He had to. This game is completely different. The rink is a different size, and that changes everything. And then, of course, the speed of the player. So we needed to get him as many games as possible.
I saw Brett Ritchie out there. Is he sticking around?
That decision will be made today.
It's similar, just like last year when you had Stoller around, kind of kept him on the PTO.
Yeah, they're a different idea, but in the same ballpark, right? Eric, we felt needed more time. We've got a couple of young players we think we've earned the right to take a look at, and then he will be in that bucket that we would consider that Eric Stahl was in last year.
One more thing on Lundell. How much do you think it's helped him to be near Sam Reinhart these last couple seasons? You talk about consistency all around game. It seems like he's kind of a good poster child for Andy Lundy to learn from.
Well, Sam's processing of the game and his reads are so good that Anton can learn every shift. Anton wouldn't be learning by himself. That's a mentor, right, on the bench. Because what Sam does so well, he never cheats the game. He never forces things. He makes the plays that he should make. He's highly creative at certain times, but then he doesn't he doesn't. He's not a selfish player. He's one of the least selfish players you're going to find. So if the puck should go deep, it goes deep. If it plays there, he makes it. So with Sam, doesn't have that. He's got the right risk profile every single time. It's a good thing for a centerman to learn.
Is that part of the decision to put Mackey on a line with him?
That's part of it. Part of it is what I like about the way the other lines structure when we move Lusterine into the middle. We still like Cousins there, and then what hole in the matchup those lines will take.
Thanks all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a great day.